Yeah, we'll be there. Hello, people. Here we are. Hello. What's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. What's good in the hood? How are we feeling? How are we doing? How's the weekend? How's the week going? How's everybody? I hope you're doing okay. Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? Let me see. Facebook user. I think that's Tom. Zal, look at Zal. First one. Hello, my friend. How are you? Happy Tuesday. How's your weekend? Hopefully good. What's up, IG? I see you. Latasha is in the building. What's up, girl? How you doing? Good evening. Cassie from Cleveland. I don't know why that always makes me laugh, Cassie. Cassie from Cleveland is here. What's up, D-Ball? D-Ball's in the building, y'all. Clifford's over here on IG. He like, Kelly, where you at? Keisha from New Jersey's in the building. What's up, Keisha? What's up? Howdy, Robin. Hanging in there, Zal? Hang in there, girl. Hang in there. Come on. We got this. What's up, Yolanda? What's up, Clifford? What's up, Wisdom, Artistic Wisdom? Who else? We got our Woods in the building on IG. Come on over to YouTube. When you get over here, say hello. I'm here. Yolanda hopped over. She doing the Bewitched thing. Is that Jeannie? She was over on IG. She done hopped over on the tube. She not playing no games with y'all today. She is not playing no games with y'all. What's up, y'all? How we doing? How we feeling? Everybody okay? You know what we haven't done in a while, y'all? We haven't dropped our one word. Let's do a check. Describe how you're feeling, personally or professionally, just using one word. Drop that in the comments. One word. Let's do a pulse check. Let's see how we're feeling. One word to describe how you're feeling. If you're on IG, you can join in on this as well. Drop one word to describe how you're feeling. Let's do a pulse check. Let's see how we're feeling. We got to check on each other, right? Check on our strong friends. We got to check. Let's see. How are we feeling? One word to describe how we're feeling. Keisha says she's loving the energy. I love that. Robin said, I'm calm. I love it. All right. Loretta's in the building. What's up, girl? What's up? Keisha said, I'm tired. And she got 3, not 1. 3 exclamation points. She tired, y'all. She tired. We got to give her some energy. Here you go, Keish. I'm giving it to you through the camera. Here's some energy, girl. Here's some energy. Derek said he is blessed. I love it. We're calm. We're motivated. Tasha said she's motivated. Yolanda is relaxed. Okay. We're tired. Y'all give Keisha some love. She's tired with 3 exclamation. 4. Is that 3 or 4? Y'all know my eyes at night. Is that 3 or 4? She said she's tired with all the exclamation points. We got to give her some love, y'all. Marna is in the building. Marna, how you feeling, girl? How you feeling? Let's give Keisha some love, y'all. She tired now. She ain't got time now. She tired, okay? Tivia said, personally exhausted and emotionally down. Professionally amazing. Okay, Tiv, come on. You're welcome, sis. You got Tivia. Let's give Tivia a hug. Come on, y'all. Let's give her a community hug. We got you. You, Keish, we got you. Cassie said information. Okay. Come on. There you go. Robin said, come on. You got this, Keisha. You got it. You got this. That's what I'm talking about. That's how we come together. That's how we doing this. That's how we do this. We got this, y'all. We got this. Come on, Tivia. Robin said, come on now. If you hear, guess what that means? Guess what it means? If you under the sound of my voice, that means it's something left for you to do. Ain't that something? Regardless of what's going on, we can't stop it. We can't change it. We got something to do. What our job is, you know what our real job is to figure out what that is. You heard what I'm saying? We got to figure out what that is. Look at Keisha getting all the love. She says she get it. She get it. Yolanda sending the hearts. Listen, y'all. Tonight, we tapping into this. We tapping into the federal government. Listen, they're not keeping all the goodies from us. But they're not gonna keep all the goodies for us. We're gonna tap in. We're gonna tap in tonight. First thing, last week, y'all know what we did. We said for my new people, first of all, welcome. We love you. We're glad you're here. We're the best community on the planet. And last week, I think it was Clifford. Look at Derek. Clifford ain't even here. He the one brought it up. And if you're watching the replay, yeah, I'm talking about you. He said, Kelly, have you ever thought about having a Slack channel? Like putting us in a, community. I said, matter of fact, I have, but I didn't think about Slack. I thought about Discord. As a matter of fact, I created it, but I said, they not going to join. I was nervous. I said, they too busy. They got lives. Just because I be sitting over here wondering, what's Robin doing? What Yolanda up to? What Tasha doing? I wonder what Derek doing right now. And if I could just, be in there and say, hey, what y'all doing? But everybody was on board. So we did a poll on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you can go over to the community tab. We did a poll and the Discord won. So it's already created. And so I'm going to drop the link and I'm going to quickly show you because I don't want to get you overwhelmed. I already know how we think. We ain't never heard of it. We don't know how to get on it. It's going to be too technical. Derek jumped in. Derek already jumped in. I said I needed some mods. If we got some other folks that want to help with moderating, because we want to keep our community tight, because it's called the Secret Success Society. It's a secret. We want to make sure it's clean, and we want to make sure it's people like me and you, right? We want to make sure we want to keep that. Now this is a space for us to, hey, hold on. IG, come on over to YouTube. I'm getting ready to share my screen and I'm getting ready to show y'all how we get into our own private community. Okay, I see you. When you come over here, say, hey, I'm here. Look at Clifford. Clifford here. There he is. Come over to YouTube, link in the bio. I'll see y'all in a minute. Bye. Now, this is just a space for us to do whatever. We want to build it together. This isn't a one-man show. This is a community. Community take all of us, right? Takes a village. So when we get in here, whatever we want to create and do, let's do it. If we want to look for jobs, if we want to help people get jobs, if we want to talk about investing, if we want to talk about creating a business, if we want to talk about retire, whatever we want to do, that's what this is for. So I'm going to show it to you real quick because we got a lot to cover when we're talking about federal jobs today. But I want to show you this because we talked about it last week. Okay, quickly. Now it's an app, and I showed you all last week, and this is the symbol you're going to look for. It's this little dude. It looks like a mask. Now, I put it on my desktop because I need a big screen. I just want to look at stuff on the big screen, right? But you can get it on your, it's an app. Okay, let me get to it because I keep talking. Y'all know me, right? Okay, let me get to it, and then I'm gonna drop a link. And again, if you are interested in moderating, just to welcome people to it, it's our community, y'all. And make sure you share with people just like us now. Share it with people like us. We want cool peeps in here. Then do that. Make sure you share it with people because we're going to be, it's a secret society. So they have to be invited. They have to have a link from one of y'all or from me, right? They have to be invited. We want to keep it like we got it. Y'all know how we do. Like we ain't down for no stuff. Okay. So don't get overwhelmed. You could do this. Once you get the link, just enter it. Don't think about it. Just enter it. So when you enter it, these are what's called channels where you see the hashtag. So far, I just put in 3. I put in an about channel, an introductions channel, and a general channel. Okay. And so it'll say, welcome. This is where you're going to go. Once you get in, you'll see all of this. Okay. This first line is all the other Discords that I'm in, but this is ours right here. It says Secret Success Society. Once you come in, go to the welcome. So if you're new to maybe you're new to the channel, the YouTube channel, you don't know who we are and what the heck I'm talking about. You can check us out and see what we're about. And then go to introductions. You see D Balls in here. Derek's in here. And he's saying, and I'm introducing myself. Hey, I'm Kelly. So glad you're here. It gives you instructions up here. If you're not sure what to write or whatever, just say, hey, tell me why you're here. Introduce yourself, your name, what you want us to call you, what's your current profession, and the fun fact. Hey, I'm Kelly. So glad you're here. I'm answering the questions in the introductions paragraph. You can call me Kelly. I like to think of myself as a creator. A fun fact about me is I went shark diving in Africa and it was wild. And the one thing I want to get from the community is that I'd like to achieve meaningful connections and engaging conversations. And I said, what's up? Derek said, hey, everybody, my name is Derek, and I'm honored to be here. I'm a quality professional and an entrepreneur. My business is an auditing firm that specializes in automotive quality systems and environmental health and safety. My fun fact is that I have had sparring sessions with regional martial arts masters and a former, who was it, Derek? Olympian. By the way, did I mention I held my own and I wasn't even a brown belt? Go ahead. I'm looking forward to expanding my network and collaborating with a variety of individuals. So this is what we do, y'all. So we can create other channels, like I said, whatever we want to do. So I'm going to drop I'm going to find it. I think add a friend, right? Derek, if you have it, can you drop it for me? Because you know me, it'll take me forever to try to see. So come on in. And then again, I'm looking, and we need more moderators if you're interested. Okay, we want to keep this. It's secret, y'all. It's secret. Let me get out of here and let me come back and see what y'all saying. What y'all think? Like, if we bored and we could just go in and we could talk. I mean, what y'all think? Like, right? Just something to do, right? Something for us to do. And I think it's good. We need community. We've been in silo for so long over the past few years. It's important that we have connection. We were meant to be connected, okay? So we're gonna drop the link. Come on in. Don't be overwhelmed. Don't be intimidated by the tech. It's new. It will help you. We have to exercise our brain, which is a muscle. So just click the link and come on in, all right? Jay Jennings says, nice. All right. I love it. Okay, let's get to what we're here for tonight. We're talking about federal government. So in this month, how many of you are connected to me on YouTube? Have y'all been liking the YouTubes? I've been dropping one every week. Because we are in September surge, I've been dropping it like it's hot. I don't know if y'all connected, but I've been dropping resume stuff. I've been dropping websites for you to get jobs, work from home and stuff. You subscribe and get the alerts. I've been dropping it like it's hot all month, and I'm going to keep doing that. I want to flip the script tonight, though, and I want to share with you. You can also do that in the government. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Now, we are in the month of September. They call this September surge because this is when a lot of companies start hiring, getting ready for the holidays and fourth quarter and then the new year. There's a lot happening right here. In the government sector, they're on a fiscal year. So their year begins October 1st. It ends September 30th. They're hiring as well. Contracts are about to end. They're about to renew other contracts. This is the time. You with me? All right, let's go through this presentation and then we'll have our Angela's in the building. What's up? Darlene's in the building. Okay, let me keep going. Okay, let's talk about it. I'm going to share my screen with you, and then we'll keep the party going. Let me get rid of this because Lord have mercy. Kelly be everywhere. She be everywhere. Lord have mercy. This is how I talk to me. Okay, let me make sure y'all can see because Kelly be everywhere. Okay, let me know. Can y'all see the screen? I cannot see you, so I'm going to look you up on my laptop to make sure you can see. Drop a yes in the chat if y'all can see me, please. I'm going to see if I can get over to you. Where's Kelly? Kelly. Not that one. Okay. Can y'all see the screen? Yep, you can. Okay, great. Perfect. Let's go. Okay. Awesome. Federal government jobs and how to find them. Now, here's the reason why I wanted to do this, because we know about the federal government, right? We've all heard about it, and we've heard probably nightmares and stories about how long it takes and all the things. You know what? Let's hold on for a second, because I need to say this part because it's important. Now, we may have heard about, most of us have heard, because we've been around for a while, that it takes a long time, and that the process is a pain. We got some folks here, two of my clients, Yolanda right there, Miss Vivian Moore. Tom, I think, is over Facebook. Both are government employees, right? And we know that it's a process. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I want to share with you, I always want to share a different perspective on things and how to think about a thing, right? You don't hear a lot about it. And I don't want to give you information you already heard. Again, I want to just open your mind and change your perspective about it. I tapped in as a recruiter. I helped someone years ago. His dream, literally. I'm not saying that to be dramatic. His dream was to work for the CDC in Atlanta. He was working for a company that was really screwing him over, but he was such a nice guy. I was trying to get him to sue the company because they were really messing him over really, really bad. He had the skills and experience and everything. He wanted to work for the CDC. I said, apply. So started the application process. It ain't like a normal application process, right? The application was this thick. We had to create a resume and a bio and all the things that was this thick, literally. Did all that, took weeks, right? I'm giving you the fast version. Applied, went through, right? He got calls for a position in Tennessee. He didn't want Tennessee. He wanted to be in Atlanta at the CDC. He didn't take it. He got a call for a position in Florida. He didn't want Florida. He wanted to be in Atlanta at the CDC. Long story short, he got the job. He's been there now for 2 decades. So when you say you get it with the government, we want to get in there. Why? We talk about the benefits, right? And the stability. Yes, it takes a long time. And we're going to talk about that tonight. I wanted to share that story. And I want you to think about that as we go through this presentation. Now, I'm going to go back and we're going to get into this. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going on my laptop, making sure y'all can see. Federal government jobs and how to find them. This is an overview of federal government employment, GS levels, remote work opportunities, job search strategies, and resume writing tips. Here's what we know, right? It's a steady paycheck, job security. That's the main reason that we've heard, a lot of us have heard, that people want to work for the government. When I was growing up, there were a lot of people in the town that I'm from that say, get a job with the city. You get a pension, you get to retire, you get all the things, get a job with the city, right? Federal government jobs offer stable salaries and excellent job security compared to private sector roles. Comprehensive benefit packages. Federal employees get health, dental, vision, and life insurance, retirement benefits, paid vacation, and sick leave. That's a lot of benefits, right? Work-life balance. Most federal jobs have set working schedules with little to no overtime expected. Federal government jobs provide exceptional stability, great benefits, and strong work-life balance for employees. I told you about the guy. He's been there for 2 decades, right? So here's what we've heard, the bad, right, about federal government jobs and going through the process. We've heard that, can y'all see it? Okay. High competition, right? Hold on one second. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. One second. I want to make sure y'all get all the information. So give me a second. Pull up my notes. Okay. High competition when it comes to the federal jobs, because if you want to be a federal employee, you're competing against those that have a preferred, a preference, right? Veterans, for one. That's what I'm talking about. And so, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, it's not going to show me what I want to see. Okay. Government jobs are known for their stability, right? And the benefits. We talked about that. So the high competition in getting a federal job, these are the features that attract large number of applicants, making competition fierce. So when I say high competition, everybody wants to be in the government job because of the benefits that we just talked about. The rigorous screening process. I shared with you earlier about the gentleman, right? he went through a process. I know it was 6 months. I know it was at least 6 months. So the government has stringent screening process to ensure they hire the best and most suitable candidates. This process includes multiple levels of interviews, background checks, and sometimes even written tests. Go over to number 2, rigorous screening process. That's the one I just shared. Let's go to preference systems. Certain groups, this is what I was talking about, such as veterans, military spouses, or individuals with disabilities, also known as Schedule A, are given preference in the hiring process. While this system aims to promote social justice, it can make it harder for other qualified candidates to secure a position. Bureaucratic procedures. Government hiring process are often embedded with bureaucratic procedures that can be slow and sometimes unpredictable. This might involve numerous approvals and clearances, which extend the time frame to land a job. I believe every company, even corporate companies, have red tape and bureaucracy, right? The government is no different. Specific requirements and qualifications. Federal jobs often have very specific qualification requirements. Applicants need to carefully tailor their resumes, and we're going to get into this, and applications to meet these criteria, which can sometimes be a complex task, to say the least. Limited openings. Government positions, especially the higher GS levels, have limited openings. I know some of my government folks that are on here right now can tell you about this, right? The scarcity of these positions naturally make it harder to secure jobs. Now, for clients that I've had, I have a little trick to this limited opening thing. So networking and internal hiring. In many cases, government jobs are filled through internal promotions or through a network of individuals who are already working in the system. This can sometimes make it harder for external candidates to secure a position. And yeah, so I wanted to go over some of the challenges, right? So these are some of the challenges. We know there's high competition. We know a lot of people want to get in because of the benefits and for the sense of security. And we know what we have to go through. A lot of us have already heard how challenging it is just to get in. So now let's talk about how do we get in. We got this out the way. I wanted to get this out the way. Now let's get into some strategies to land federal government jobs. Let's go. The first way, and again, open your minds. This is different perspective, right? There's something called pursuing NTE positions. NTE means not to exceed, not to exceed. So let's check out what not to exceed means. Make sure y'all can see this. Not to exceed positions. I'm gonna slow down so we can understand this. For those that are interested, maybe a career transition, you've been thinking about getting into the government sector. Here's an option. It's called not to exceed. This is what this is. Not to exceed positions are ideal for professionals looking for opportunities to work on specific assignments or projects within the federal government. Just like in the private sector, you have project-based work. We talk a lot about consultancy and contracting work. Specialized projects happen in the government sector as well. Now, often these roles are created to address a specific need or project within the government. If you have specialized skills that match the project requirements, this could be an excellent opportunity for you. Less competition, right? Less competition. If you go the not to exceed route, these positions usually have fewer competition since they do not fall under the traditional preference systems, which means you don't have to compete with candidates having veterans preference, Schedule A, or military spouse preference, which often dominate the general federal job market. Now, the not to exceed, you're not a federal employee. These are contracting or consultant roles, okay? Stepping stone. Through temporary not to exceed positions, it could be a stepping stone if you want to get into the federal government, right? To longer term federal careers. Performing well in such roles can help you build a network and reputation within the federal system, possibly leading to more permanent opportunities. So this is one of the ways, if you want to consider transitioning into the federal government, this is a way that it could be looked at as a stepping stone into a long-term federal government position. Here's another way. It's called term appointments. Term appointments. What are term appointments? Term appointments are an excellent opportunity for professionals seeking to make an entrance into federal agencies. Now, when I say federal agencies, that means Veterans Administration or the Department of Defense or Healthcare Administration. Those are agencies, right? So this is another way that you can dip your toe in the water if you want to go to the federal government route. Now, what are term appointments? Defined duration with full benefits. Term positions, while having a defined tenure, like 2 years, offer all the benefits that a permanent federal employee enjoys. This includes comprehensive health benefits, paid leave, and retirement contributions. So this may work for someone, right? You may say, you know what? I could do 2 years and they're going to give me all the benefits and leave and retirement. This may work for me. This may be an option for someone. Term appointments also include potential for permanent placement. If you demonstrate exceptional performance during your term appointment, there's a possibility that the agency might consider offering you a permanent position. It's a chance to prove your capabilities and integrate yourself into the federal workforce. It also offers flexibility and experience. Term appointments can offer flexibility and a unique advantage point to understand the workings of federal agencies, which can be invaluable when looking for other opportunities in the future. Excuse me. Now, here's a way to think about this. If you're in the private sector now, it's just like those that want to transition into tech and you have never worked in tech before. If you've never worked in the federal government before and you want to transition, this is a way, again, to kind of dip your toe in the water to see what it's all about. If it's something that'll work for you, right? You have to be, I named this particular section strategies. Okay, again, changing our perspective and figuring out a way to play the game and get in and also get some experience. Let's go to the next one. Federal contracting. Working with a federal contractor can be a strategic move to eventually secure federal employment. Again, we're talking about strategies to get into the federal government, working with a federal contractor. What federal contracting can do, excuse me, relevant experience. If you don't have any experience, like I just shared, gaining experience through a federal contractor allows you to understand the nuances, procedures, and rules of working within the federal government, making you a preferred candidate over others who lack this experience when applying for federal positions later on. Federal contracting also offers networking opportunities. Working as a contractor often provides opportunities to network with federal employees and other stakeholders. Building a strong network can potentially open doors to federal job opportunities in the future. It also offers enhanced skills and knowledge. Going this route, enables you to develop specific skills and knowledge that are highly valued within the federal sector. This experience is often looked upon favorably by HR directors when considering candidates for federal positions. All right. Now let's talk about the GS levels. Hold on. Hopefully I didn't do that in y'all ear. Okay, understanding GS levels. Let's break it down. Now, this is just like a salary grade in the private sector. They have GS levels in the federal sector. Definition of GS levels. GS stands for general schedule and refers to pay grades for civilian federal government employees. The GS system has 15 levels from GS1 to GS15. Here's the breakdown of GS levels. GS1 to GS7 are entry level. GS8 to GS12 are mid-level. GS13 to GS15 are senior level. Now, I know someone that's a GS7, and they're at about $80,000, I believe. just to give you an idea if you're thinking about, okay, what's the money look like? Now, what's the link between GS levels and pay? Higher GS levels correspond to higher pay ranges. Each GS level has multiple pay steps within it. So each level has different steps in it. So how do you get a step increase? Employees receive step increases within their GS level based on length of service and performance. So you have to stay in a certain GS for a certain amount of time, and you have to perform, right? Locality pay. Pay is adjusted based on the local cost of living in different geographical areas. All right. Remote government jobs. Did we think about maybe in the government there might be some remote opportunities? Here's the types of remote telework positions. And I'm going to do a video and post it on YouTube. And I'm going to give you some of these positions. But here's an idea of what those look like. Administrative and support services. This is just an image thing. Okay, so administrative and support services, information technology, and analyst positions. And I'm going to share another video, just like I did. If you're connected to me on YouTube, I did a video on different websites. I'm going to share with you different positions that are currently hiring now. Now, what about job boards? So now we know the challenges. Now we know the different types of ways to dip our toe in the water and potentially transition into the federal government. Now, where do we go to do this? USA Jobs. Only way you get into federal government opportunities, right? Governmentjobs.com. These are the two most popular job boards for finding federal government positions. Create targeted searches, right? So you have to sign up. You want to create a search for your keywords, sign up for email alerts to be notified of new openings matching your criteria. Okay, so those are two you can start with. And your resume. Now, this is the biggest difference, you all. This is the biggest difference. Most important, totally different. Okay. Crafting a federal resume, length and detail. In the private sector, we say one, not more than 2 pages. Federal resumes can be longer than your arm. Federal resumes can be longer and more detailed than private sector. They prefer that. Keywords, incorporate keywords from the job posting throughout your federal resume. Back in the day, they used to say copy they call it announcement versus job posting. They used to say copy the requirements from the announcement onto your resume. Not today. Not today. You don't want to do that. You will get screened out because they also have applicant tracking systems. Now, you do want to use the keywords. And again, if there's something that you're interested in, you could definitely reach out and I can help you with that. You definitely want to incorporate keywords from the announcement throughout your federal resume. Achievements, highlight your achievements and results, not just your responsibilities. Again, you want to put everything on there that aligns with that position. Now, on your resume, you want to include sections for your personal info, employment history, education, training, and certification. Sounds similar to a civilian resume, but these things, you see it says sections, right? They need to stand out. And customize your federal resume for each job application, okay? Each job application, you want to customize, you want to tailor your resume for the role. What I have clients do just starting this year is to send me the link of the role they want to apply to, and then I can customize the resume to that role, right? So to wrap it up, what we just learned, right? In conclusion, landing federal jobs, we can think about, if we want to think about transitioning, there's 3 ways to do it, right? Not to exceed positions, target project-based assignments with less competition and potential for further opportunities. Term appointments, consider term positions as a stepping stone to permanent roles while enjoying full federal employee benefits or working for a federal contractor. Gain valuable experience and insights into the federal sector by working as a contractor. The other thing I'll say about working as a contractor is, as you're gaining experience and knowledge, they call this KSAs, knowledge, skills, and abilities. As you're gaining that, because they do say that, they don't pay as well because they have all the benefits and the stability and the pension and all of that. But a way to combat that and um, a way to work around that is to get the knowledge and experience through contracting and then go in as a federal employment. That's a strategy that I've used with some other folks. So understanding GS levels, familiarize with the GS levels 1 through 15, like we just talked about, and their corresponding pay scales. Recognize the potential growth paths within the federal system. So you want to look for growth paths while you're in there. Utilizing job boards, efficiently use federal government job boards like USA Jobs. Explore other niche job boards for specialized roles. Exploring remote telework positions. Identify the types and nature of remote telework positions available. Leverage opportunities in post-pandemic telework environment. Since the pandemic, there has been more, and this is what I'm going to share. I have some sites I'll share with you. I'll do a video on YouTube to share with you the, not sites, but jobs that are remote on these sites, okay? Crafting a federal resume. Understand the key differences between federal and civilian resumes. Learn how to create a competitive federal resume with the right elements. Woo! What we think? Let me see what y'all saying. I know y'all talking. Y'all just like me. What y'all saying? Susie Q. Hey, girl. Janelle. Let me see what y'all say. Let me go back up. What we think, y'all? Is this an option for anybody? Was anybody thinking about it? Would anybody go over to the federal sector? What do we think? Y'all? What we think? Hey, Angela. Jay Jennings. What we think, y'all? Listen, here's the thing. Some of the government contractors, y'all, think about if you want to write these down, if you're interested, think about Raytheon. Think about what's some more, y'all? Northrop Grumman. What's some other ones, y'all? Lockheed Martin. What else, Yolanda? These are contractors. Who else, y'all? General Dynamics. Who else? I said Raytheon. Who else, y'all? Lockheed Martin, Raytheon. Start with those, right? Go on their website, go on their page, and look for some contracting roles. And that's a way to get in, right? Dip your toe in to see if you like it before you go and spend all this time on the and maybe you got the time, I don't know, right? If you want to just go straight into the federal government, you're like, you know what, I want to get them benefits. If I had to wait 6 months, in some of the jobs, I'm not saying all of them, they may not take that long, right? But this is a way for you to get in, tap in, see if you like it, get an understanding of the process, the procedures, and how it works and all of that, right? Okay, Yolanda says CGI federal. CGI. Okay, that must be, y'all both said it. Madam Butterfly said it too. That must be popular. Oh, you haven't thought about that one. Derek said that's one I haven't considered in years. Angela, you want to try it? Okay, we can do that. Susan said, my niece's husband works for General. Oh, okay. So there you go, y'all. There's another one. Elizabeth said, just don't quit today job for NTE jobs. When they expire, you will not have a job unless they extend it. Yeah, it's just like project or contract work, right? You know when your contract is about to end and you get another one or go somewhere else, but you decide early on, it's going to be 2 years. So, okay, maybe that's that's how long you want to work for the next 2 years or what have you. So yeah, but that totally makes sense, right? It's an option. And I just believe that we need options. We don't want to just be stagnant and just have one option, and that's just to go to the different job boards or go to an employer. We want options, you all. It's important. You want to have options. It may not be something you thought about. It may be something that I would never do. But we old enough to know that we should never say never, right? We should have learned that by now, right? Never say never. We never know. Never know. So this is options. So I would look at those options. I would do some research on each of them, the term, the NTE, the federal contracting, and just have it, put them in your back pocket if it's not for right now, or just have it available for you. Lockheed Martin, I think it's one here in Atlanta. I hear a lot of great things about them. I know they make a lot of money. I know they make a lot of money. See, Teresa said I'm down to try. Just be open. That's what I'm saying. You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. You want to have options. Let me see what else y'all say. Oh, Deloitte. Madam Butterfly said, oh, I forgot about Deloitte. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. When they like a contract worker, if budget allows, they would keep you. There you go. Y'all see, Madam Butterfly said Deloitte, y'all. It doesn't hurt to try. Now, I will say, now that resume is a thing. Because remember that guy I was telling y'all about? My gosh, that thing was this. I promise you, I'm not lying. I know Yolanda can tell you. Those things are this thick. They asked you questions for 10 years ago. And your background, I mean, they get under your nail. They want to know everything about you. I get it. I get it. I get it. Oh, you know what's another one? Clearance jobs. I don't know, Yolanda, do you have to have a clearance in order to get on that website? I'm not on there, but it just popped in my head. Clearancejobs.com. These are for positions where you need a clearance. And the only way to get a clearance, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, from my understanding, if I remember correctly, you have to be sponsored by an employer or work in the military. I don't think you just, sign up for a clearance thing, right? So clearancejobs.com, that's another one. That's another one. So I'll do a video and I'm going to show you some remote jobs for those that are interested. When I was putting this together, I did peek out there because I'm on USA Jobs and I saw some remote roles. So we can put that on. No, but you have to have a clearance. You do have to. Okay. I thought so. Yolanda said in my area, CGI goes through temp services too. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Clifford said GSA. Is that what is that, Clifford? A contracting place too? Angela said, I agree. I now realize contract work is I'm pushing it, you all. I'm pushing it. And I know it's not going to work for everybody and everybody don't want to hear it, but I promise you're going to remember me. You're going to remember me. I'm pushing it for a reason. I'm going to keep on because I love y'all. Because I love y'all. I'm telling you, these are options for you. These are options. Lockheed Martin has been actively recruiting in Alabama. They active, y'all. Oh, it's a government agency. What does it stand for? Madam Butterfly General. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying it. You knew I was going to ask, didn't you? Okay. Y'all writing these down, right? Again, you don't have to use them right now. Don't rush it off. Don't throw it away and be like, this ain't for me. I'm telling y'all, we've been on Earth with an F long enough to know that you never know. Just keep it. Look at all these notebooks I got for a reason. 1, 2, they each for different things. I got this one. I just keep. And each of them serve a different purpose, right? Derek said you're correct. Either former active services or referral by someone with a clearance level. Okay, that's what I thought. So again, I wanted to share this, you all, because September, right? September surge, there is hiring going on in the private sector as well as in the government sector. And if you're considering a move, and everybody isn't, right? Is that everybody is not considering a transition right now. Some people just want to stay where they are, and that's fine. But again, I'm going to keep saying you want options. You want to have that. If there's ever a time when you need to reach into your toolkit because you're educating yourself, you're exposing yourself to information, and so that you're equipped if you ever need it, right? A lot of us have, my dad made me keep the tool thing with the hammer and the wrench thing. And I don't ever use it, but just in case I ever need it, it's there, right? We had storms the other day. I buy candles every now and then, just whatever. Everything went out for like a day and a half. I don't use them. I can't stand the smell of them. I'm allergic to scents and flowers and stuff. But I had it, right? Just in case. And if we have to retrain ourselves. There's a lot of stuff, myself included, that we need to unlearn. And we get comfortable sometimes. And then when things hit us, we stuck. I don't want us to be like that. I don't want us to be like that. I can't force it, but I can give you the information, right? It's up to you to take it, to jot it down, to put in the note. I'm not this one of these is I labeled it. I labeled it, right? I labeled these for certain things, right? I know where to go. I can go in here and I'm like, you know what? I know who to call. I know who to call. I had a project come up and I needed 2 people that had specialized skills. I knew who to call. They just emailed me today, say, I got it. This is what equipping yourself means and networking. That's why we have the community. Thanks to y'all. Thank Clifford. Thank Clifford. He brought it out. He pushed me because I thought about it and I had to create it. I just didn't put it out there. We need each other. We need each other. Right. And so even in our community, it's totally free. It's nothing. It's just us building together. It takes all of us. We can build and we can share with each other. We can do that. It's important, you all. It's important. Community is important. A lot of us, especially as we get older, we just want to stay in our bubble. We don't want to be bothered and all the things. But I'm telling you, it's something about us coming here on Tuesday. I know y'all got better stuff to do than to, but it's something about, even Zal was saying, you know what? I miss it. I'm sorry. Angela I'm sorry. I miss, it's something about community. It's just something about. Don't take it for granted, you all. Please don't take it for granted. The people right above you in the comments and right below you, you don't know who they know. You don't know who's in their network. They may just hold the key. It's not a Kelly thing. They may hold the key. Some of y'all talking to each other, right? Don't take your community for granted. And just people around you. It's important. It's important. It's important. That's it. Angela said it's like having a first aid kit on hand. That's it. That's it. That's it. I told y'all the story about the lady. I'll share for those that are new, and welcome if you're new. I shared I had a client. She worked at this company. I know some of y'all didn't heard the story, but I'm sharing with those that haven't. She worked at a company. She worked with HR for about a week and a half because she had to let go of her team. She was sick about it. So she came to me and she was just like, you know what? They're doing a lot right now. And I'm sick about it. So she worked with the HR department to, get the letters and severance and all that together to whatever. She worked with them for weeks on this, came in Saturdays, whatever, just kind of in her mind, building a bond or whatever. Came in Monday, had to let her team go, lay them off. Guess what happened to her when she came in on Tuesday? You know how you feel? If me and Robert and Robin and Zal and Tasha was just hanging out, we go out and we just hang out and we talked every day on the phone and we kikied and all of a sudden I don't hear from them no more. And they just wanted to get whatever from me. That's a horrible feeling. You feel used. You feel abused. They took advantage of you. So when we equip ourselves, you all, just to have things, we don't want anything to happen. I'm not saying every job is bad. You may love your employer, and that's great. I had plenty. I love when I worked at Coca-Cola. I love that place. I hated to leave that place. I was a contractor. I tried to keep a stiff upper lip when it was time to go. I love that place. But it was the contract was up. So I had to reach into my toolkit and say, okay. But it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. Her name was Deborah. Loved my boss. And they gave me an envelope full of money that day. And I cried. Oh God, y'all know me. I cried. And so in any way, shape, or form that I can, that's why I've been pushing September Surge. That's why I've been dropping videos on YouTube. That's why I've been sharing with you all AI stuff for a whole month. There's no excuse, you all. No excuse. No excuse. What y'all saying? Oh, Yolanda, don't say that. You know how I am. You know how I am. It is a great group of people. That it is. We are family. Oh, Derek, don't make me cry. Oh, Zal said, I love my tool set. It's important. Tasha said, I'm an independent contractor and I've been working since 2021 consecutively. I received an email today about another opportunity. I will be on this current project until Thanksgiving. There you go. There you go. I think, like I said, just unlearning the stigmas around contracting and consulting. The only reason I'm pushing, because I did it, right? I wouldn't push it if I didn't have, even if I just had a little experience. I'm telling y'all what I know, and I know the way that the workforce is shifting and changing. I know what's coming, and I like I said, I just want you to be as prepared as possible. Right? It's just different, and we all have to relearn and unlearn some things. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Robin said, "I'm considering everything." Zal said, "Earth." That's right, Earth. We've been on Earth that long, that long. Okay, how was it, y'all? Give me some likes if this was okay. Did we get a little information? I didn't have many slides. I could go deep because there's a lot in the federal government. I didn't want to get too deep. I could go deep, deep, deep. I could go deep. But I just want to give you something to think about, just something to, pique your interest. And maybe you'll go out there and start searching and looking around and things like that. Give me some likes if this was helpful, if it just made you think a little bit. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Was it helpful, you all? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. It is a great group. It's not like networking, more like spending time, yeah, with family. It is. It is. All right, y'all. We have a community that we're starting, that we're building. Hey, Jay Jennings. Oh, she gave some gems. We have a community that we're building. Let me drop the link. Let me drop a couple links for you all, okay? Let's get you into the Discord. Again, don't be intimidated by it. Just say, you know what? I'm just getting in there. I don't know what the heck Kelly got me in. I'm in here. I'm just in here. Come on in, because y'all saw what Elon did, right? That man, I'm telling you the truth. Another F, Zal. A truth with an F. I'm telling you the truth. He said everybody gonna have to start paying to be on Twitter. That man. And you know what's gonna happen, because Zuck followed him and created threads. He gonna follow. Pretty soon you're gonna have to pay to be on these platforms. So we need our own space. We need to do this like now. We need to do this like right now. So come on in, get comfortable, look around. Look around. Here's the link. Now, only share this with other people that's like us. Okay? They got to be like us. This is not a session. This is just for us to, share and communicate and engage with each other. It's not, Kelly's not coaching. I got a whole business for that if you need that. That's the whole separate thing. I'm gonna be in there just kikiing and laughing and see what y'all. I want to know what's all doing. I want to see what Susan what exercise she's got going on. I got to get slim and trim in 2024, Susan. So you have to give me some exercise tips. It was good. Okay, Martin said yes. Okay, cool. I'm already not on Twitter. I know, Zal. I don't even deal with Twitter. I do look because I like football. So I'll be on there trying to see the latest updates or X or right, whatever it is. I know that's right. Zal said, I'm definitely not paying. I ain't either. I'm not either. Okay, you did. Okay. So I dropped the link there again. And if you think you want to make a career transition, if you want to discuss federal opportunities or strategies or updating your resume, I can definitely help you with that as well. I'm going to drop my link for that as well in the chat. And yeah, I think we're golden. I think we're golden. What y'all think? We're rolling on. We're rolling on. Y'all know now, this is September. If you have a thought about a move, I would even just go out and look and see what's available. Maybe you're like, I don't know, but let me just see. Since it is September, let me just see what's out there. Take a peek and see what's out there. Here's the link to my calendar if you want to discuss maybe some strategies or, excuse me, revamping, modernizing, giving your resume a makeover. You definitely do that, okay? Pay for the blue check mark or general use on. No, the blue check mark was one thing. He did that earlier, a few months back. Now he's saying anybody that want to be on here, you got to pay. That's anybody. He changed the name. You had to pay for the check mark. Then I think he added a button or something, right? Now he's like, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm like, so I wasn't on there. I mean, I'm on there, but it don't phase me either way. Either way. Okay, y'all. We did it. Another one down the hatch. We got a couple more Tuesdays in the month. Yeah, always keep your options open. All right, keep your options open. And anyone that's having some challenges, tap into these opportunities, right? I do the vetting for you so you don't have to. On the YouTube channel, I've posted how many videos, y'all? At least 5 or 6 with opportunities where they're hiring right away. I'm going to do another video to complement this session, and I'm going to share with you some. I saw some jobs that are remote in the government sector. Okay, I'm going to post those. If all you need to do is update your resume, don't let that stop you. Get that done. If you're not quite sure what your next move should be, right? Think about a strategy. You want to make a strategic move, especially if you're on the second half of your life. It's important that you don't want to be out there like a hamster on a hamster wheel, getting in something, and then that doesn't work out, and then you're back on the hamster wheel again. We don't want that. We don't want that. And if it's challenging for you and you're struggling right now, we got you. Tap in. Don't let this group. Don't negate all these smart people in here. Angela, Derek, you got Loretta, Robin, Yolanda. I mean, they got a lot of knowledge. Zal, Susie Q, Clifford. Tap in. Get with them on LinkedIn. Don't take the people around you for granted. Telling you what I know, not what I heard. That's it. This was one of those things I didn't think I needed, but I'm so glad that this is now in my tool. There you go. Give me a lot of tools. You ready? You're welcome, Loretta. Look at Robin, my action taker. All signed up. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all lots. Y'all give me energy, y'all. Y'all give me hey TT. Y'all need to go check out Teresa's page. Oh my gosh. She has some beautiful pictures. Beautiful pictures. Traveling all over the world. All right, y'all give me energy. I always look forward to talking to y'all because I'll be over here talking to myself. Y'all believe me too, because you know I'm like that. Did y'all see? Well, I did a bloopers video, then I took it down. Oh my gosh, I was over it. The last video I posted on YouTube, if y'all can see the edits and clips on one of them, one of the edits, I got a bunch of energy because I was cracking up right before the video. Anyway. Oh, you welcome, Susie Q. You welcome. I got to see y'all. One day we'll have to get together, y'all. I've been thinking about that too. One of these years, we have to get together. All right, y'all get in the Discord so we can chat. I can see what y'all cooking on the weekend. I can mess with y'all. You're welcome. All right, love y'all. Take care, be safe. And I will see you next Tuesday. Same place, same bat channel. Bye. Like the video. If it was good, y'all like it for me. Uh-oh, Richard got a question. Where you come from, Richard? Wait a minute. Just because you new to us. Let's see. I'm curious of what you have to share. You curious? Well, it was an hour ago. What? Did I miss something? Zal, see, like Zal said, bye. We get ready to go. What you talking about, Richard? Explain to me. I'm not gonna hang up. I just got your Richard. Okay, you got to watch the replay. Okay. And welcome. I'm glad you're here, Mr. Bastone. But we've been going for about an hour, my friend. I'm gonna drop the replay right after this, okay? I'm down for it, Yolanda. I'm down for it. You're welcome, Marna. You're welcome, hun. All right, I know it's been late. I know y'all had a long day, just like me, right? I look forward to the other pal. Oh, Liz, really? I'm the only person of color at work, so being here helps me feel like a belong. Don't make me cry, Liz. You belong. I love you. I love you. I love you. You know, I need to drop these sessions on podcasts because you can listen. I'm like you. I have Audible. That's how I listen to books. That's why I got so many. That's something I can do. I can do that, Liz. I can do that. I can talk a lot of junk on the podcast because I'm not on a public forum, so I can talk. So I'm gonna do one just for you, Liz. I'm gonna do one just for you because I got some stuff on my mind. All right, I'm going for real. I'm going for real. Y'all, Elizabeth making me talk. Come back next Tuesday. Yeah, see, Zah said, come back, Richard. We love you, Richard. We love you. We love you, Richard. Come back. Zah said, come back, Richard. We just dropped a link for come to the community, Richard. Here I go, y'all. See, once I get started. hold on, Richard. I'm gonna get you the link. We started a community. Now, whatever we want to do, y'all, if we want to have a channel talking about, because here's something I want to talk about. Here's what I want to talk about. I've been studying retirement and assets and mergers and stuff like that. Anybody else nerd out like that? Here's the link again, y'all. Join the Discord. It's just a community. It's totally free. Oh, y'all on there? Y'all introducing yourself? Oh my gosh, I'm a smile. And how do I get the? Okay, I'm gonna drop it in a second, Richard. Are you on? Let me give you my YouTube channel. See, Richard, how much I love you. You see what I'm doing for you? Don't you say I ain't never gave you nothing, Richard. I just met you. I'm giving you stuff already. You see there? I'm giving you I'm going to give you the link to the channel. Where it's at? We used to say where it's at when we was little. My dad would be like, where it's at? Where is it? He's a military guy, so everything was just perfect. Where it's at? I'm like, no, Dad, where is that? Where's the channel? Where's the link to the channel, y'all? Oh dear. Hold on, Richard. Hold on. You keeping everybody up. You see what you're doing? I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you, Richard. You're welcome, Janelle. You're welcome, hon. Okay, Richard, I just dropped it for you. That's linked to, I have something related to the retirement that is tax-free. You do? I've been studying. I've been doing some study on IULs and stuff. I'm going to share that. Maybe, Liz, I'll put that on a podcast because it's important for us that's, on the second half. I've been studying that stuff and it's a game changer. It's a game changer. I'm going to share that behind the preposition. Grammar. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave y'all because I'm sitting here like we talking, like we on the phone. I'm going to hang up. I'm hanging up right now. I'm hanging up. All right. Love y'all. Bye. See you next week. Bye.